Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Heritage Hip Hop. And today is a special interview because I got one half of my favorite Jersey hip hop group, and it's his fucking birthday. Yo, give yourself a shout out, introduce yourself to the world.
Tame One, Tame Whistle, one half of the Artifacts, Boom Squad, Prez, the Naughty Headed Terror.
And we got all this BS in the background, but yo, we gonna do it natural today.
Basking in the ambiance. Basking in the ambiance.
So once again, salute and thank you for this interview, because we're gonna make this one special. Because I'm gonna give you your flowers in a way that I don't think people actually even talk to you. And my first question is this. You are one of the veterans that helped put Newark hip hop on the echelon of being seen, not just experienced. Tell me about the first time you started rhyming, and who was around you at that time?
DJ Gruff, Rhino CMZ. He was the beat provider, the DJ, the influence for the graffiti too, for that matter. But the Boss Mob, which consists of Max 165, J Burns Jaya, Rasta Ra, Lose FC, Rhino CMZ. At the time, DJ Porno, forgive me. DJ Porno, my main compadre, homie Low. We was in grade school. Well, we went to high school together till I got kicked out of Arts High School.
Oh, wow.
Peace to the God, Lock Shabazz, he was there at the time.
Okay.
Then I got kicked out freshman year, went to Vailsburg. Peace to Wyclef Jean.
Okay.
But and shout outs to my man A Cool, Taxter.
Okay. You know what's deep about everything that you're telling me? Those are names that most people don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because this era of hip hop, that's like yesteryear. And for today's era of hip hop, it's important for us to document our history, because if we don't do it, nobody's gonna tell our story.
True.
And that's why it's important for me to have you, is not only to relive your past, but to show you your influence. When Tame first started putting his name up on the wall and start on writing, how did he introduce himself to the world so that nobody ever forgot who he was?
Talk about influence. I was influenced in Newark by Two Nasty Nash, Jerry Jenks. Everywhere I went, I saw his name growing up. So when I picked up the marker and went out, that was my goal, to have my name seen everywhere. And like I said, shout out to A Cool. He was my partner back then. We would just walk miles with markers and cans tagging up everywhere. So I would say 79, 80. That's when I first was traveling outside of my block, just walking through the streets of Newark and catching buses, LTD crew, catching buses and tagging on the back of the bus.
Whew. Okay. So
local transit destroyers, my fault. Local transit destroyers, LTD, my graffiti crew.
Okay. See, when I do my history on Jersey hip hop, right, I talk to people like G-Rock. I talk to people like
Peace to the Coalition.
I talk to people like my brother, you know, because he used to run with G-Rock. And then I talk to people like Shot Skills, Elizabeth Ad. You know what I'm saying? I had the opportunity to talk to Freaka. And when hip hop first hit Jersey, streetwise, I was told it felt like something came through that nobody ever expected, and it just spread it like a monster. How did you experience hip hop first in Jersey? How was it for you to experience it first, and how did you take it to wherever you went?
Damn, that was Jersey graffiti. I mean, Jersey hip hop.
Period.
You mean? Like everybody else. Like, I went to Club Sensations. I went to Club 88. I went to Zanzibar. And Oasis and the little rinky-dink clubs that don't really have names now. Spots off of Main Street, Tambulas and all that shit. We was taking flicks. You remember the Wicked Chair. Everybody remembers the Wicked Chair. But what was the question again? What influenced me?
How did you experience hip hop in Jersey first? How did you take it everywhere you went after you were influenced by it?
I think I was always influenced by it. Like, okay, for the sake of hip hop, for the title, to put a name on it. When I came conscious of hip hop in Jersey, it would have to be high school. You know what I'm saying? When I start, young man grows up and aspires to be a man and shit, and you know, fuck around and find out why you're going to school and why you have a job and all that shit, and wanting to express myself, trying to make this all loop around to hip hop. I was just influenced by my surroundings. I'm a product of my environment. I saw it and capitalized upon what I saw. My mother worked in the city, so I would go to New York and see the trains and the tags, pieces everywhere and shit. I can't answer that question. I was influenced by so much. It's a blessing to be able to transform that energy and give back, but
it's a lot, huh?
Yeah.
You know why
Great question.
You know why I ask you? I'm gonna just let the cat out the bag now, because this is where I was gonna go, but we're gonna circle back around it. The artifacts are the fathers of hip hop anime. I can tell by how you groomed your hip hop that your influences came from outside of the music. You just brought it into who you were personally. Let me paint the picture for you. Everybody knows about Tyrone. We knew about Tame. We knew about Tag. You know what I'm saying? We knew about the names that was around the city.
But do y'all know about the Shaheed TVW? Do y'all know about AB Fresh? Do you know about Dooski Duke Outpumps Any? Do you know about Dome 7 and Finster?
Yes.
Das 1.
Yes.
And VOS.
Yep.
TWS.
No.
Peace to Pez. Together with Style Crew. NRG, of course.
Yes. That part of hip hop was the hip hop that influenced my generation when we went to school, though.
Okay.
So listen, when everybody was buying Spider-Man and watching X-Men on Fox 5, we were studying the artifacts art.
Well, before that, we were buying X-Men comic books.
Exactly.
To know what the fuck the X-Men cartoon was.
Exactly. That's why I think when people interview you, they should be very careful, because they're not celebrating what makes you an MC. Everybody talks about your rhymes, and your rhymes are second to none. We're gonna get there. But your art, your penmanship, your script is hieroglyphics for the inner city. And that's why I think Tame One, that's why I think Tame One needs to be celebrated as more than somebody who raps.
Of course.
And that's why I wanted to have this interview. Go ahead, tell me what you was about to say.
I wasn't about to say nothing. I was giving kudos for that intro alone.
Word.
Let it be known. I'm humble, and I'm not the sharpest tack in the drawer.
Okay.
And I don't claim to be. I don't talk much. I don't brag. Much to my own detriment, because like you said at the beginning of this, if you don't tell your story, no one will.
Right.
I can't take it for granted. I was highly influenced by my surroundings, by certain key individuals, just like everyone else. It's what you do with that influence that sets people apart, and I guess myself in that equation. But okay, back to artifacts being the fathers of
hip-hop anime.
You titled it. That's the first I ever heard that. So.
Good, because that's what makes heritage hip-hop different. Because we ain't gonna ask all the bullshit, fluffy questions everybody else asks.
Okay.
And plus, I study hip-hop.
Okay.
Now let's go into the past a little bit, because you are called one of the fathers of Newark hip-hop.
No, I'm not. Who
yes,
said
you
that?
are.
Who said
Freaka told me that.
Says who?
Freaka told me that. Runt told me that. I talked to Gov about you before he passed away years ago. Salute the Gov at it.
Yes, sir.
Also, I've talked to Ugg. That's my man from Brick Mile, Uggy Banat. You know what I'm saying? These are people who, when they tell the story of New Jersey hip hop, they always say you were the person that not only elevated people's pen games, they made people respect North MCs in a different way. How did you craft your style so you were Encyclopedia Brown, the MC, and also Encyclopedia Brown, the person who people up on their toes so they knew not to come over here thinking shit is sweet?
I read a lot. I'm an avid reader, and I like to write. That's obvious. I like to write. I like to read and I like to write. That's all. That's it.
But
I'm not operating on brains. I'm not making equations for rocket ships. I'm doing my best to self-express myself and be descriptive as possible about certain things that influence me. Now, if other people relate to it, that's great. That's great. And the fact that I'm being acknowledged for it, that's even greater. That's even greater. That's wonderful.
Tame, you smarter than you give yourself credit for. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. The greatest men speak words people remember. You are not an MC only, you are an orator of vocabulary. So, the way we recognize Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, Jesus Christ, Paul the Disciple, Muhammad, Kareem, Gandhi, you're one of those people. Because if not for the words you spoke, be it on beat or not, if not for the words you spoke, you influenced the idea that I can do this too and elevated men from the block to the story. Okay? You a bad motherfucker if you give yourself the credit.
Yeah, I give myself the credit. Yeah, indeed. True indeed.
So, being one of those forefathers that people talk about, Freaka, Govmatic, Diesel Don, Swan Stigger, Shaw Skills, 2 PM, and all of them, then that we talking about that, my thing is this. Hip-hop has changed, and it was cyclical in so many ways. How does a forefather always hold his throne when the game always changes?
Adapt. I adapt.
What is the key to adaptation?
I don't have the key to it. I deal with I'd rather not say.
Okay.
What was the question again?
Let's put it like this. The man who could create to the point where other people create off the influence, you are a greater man than you give yourself credit for. Think about this. I have a dream. Who's that?
I had a dream yesterday. That's obvious. Come on.
Okay.
I don't think you went there with that.
Okay.
Now I feel,
let's
now I
continue.
feel like you're playing with.
No, let's continue. By any means necessary. Who's that? We know that, right?
KRS-One? You playing with me, man.
No, I'm not. Now let's flip it.
You playing games.
No.
Now you playing me.
No, now
you playing me.
Now let's flip it. Immaculate Conception, 1995. The ink guy, can you say your line? The ink guy, come on, you're supposed to help me out with it.
I'm supposed
The ink guy use my stand on my screen. I'm trying to remember the line, my head is bugging out right now.
Well, mine too.
Car accident, you know, that's the way it go. How about this? Word to my grandma's tampons, I drop bombs. That line right there shut down an English class.
That line?
And we had to really go, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? Because who's going to say that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Me.
Spark Up the Boom comes out. Come on. Think about that. How about Come On With the Get Down remix comes out? Who had the best verse? Busta Rhymes on it. Who the fuck cares?
Oh shit.
Yeah, we said that. Yeah, we said that. So, no disrespect to Busta Rhymes. But the anthem was the 31 Bum Rush. You gave young men from the city and from the state the balls to say, God damn, we great, because we got somebody out there telling our story better than anybody else who rap in the game right now.
That's deep.
You were held at that time as a pressure problem to people who wanted to rhyme.
That's when I was hungry. Okay, I'll take that. I'll wear that. I rocked whenever people was rapping.
Okay.
There's a difference between rocking and rapping.
Break it down for people who don't know the difference.
When you're rocking, everything is hyperbolic. Everything is highly elevated times 10. When you're rocking, your adrenaline, blood pressure, everything is just magnified. You're in the zone. When you're rapping, you're making words match.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube family and hit the notification bell for updates. Please like, comment, and share this video.
Real hip hop. Real hip hop. We here.